we go!
Mega Man? Mega Man! Mega Man! Can you hear me?
Just barely. The transmission isn't too clear.
I got worried because the transmission got cut off suddenly.
I'm okay. I think this is the last door. Roll! It's still active! The reactor's still running!
Great! What about the refractor?
It's here! It's a big one, too!
All right, now maybe we can finally get some money. Be careful.
Phew. I'm okay, Roll. Everything's all right here.
Don't count your chickens yet. I'm picking something up on my screen. Looks like a Reaver bot. You'd better get out of there. Come on.
Right. If you see anything, let me know. Here we go!
Wait a second. Should be a Reaver bot around there somewhere. You see it? It looks like a small one. You should be able to take it down with your buster gun. Turn right there.
I know you said turn right, but
Can you see a door nearby?
it's like I could just cheat and, you know, give myself infinite Zenny, but come on.
Where are you going, Mega Man? That's not the right way. I don't like the way that looks. Maybe you'd better head back.
Don't be a worrywart, Roll, it's fine.
Be careful, Mega Man. It looks like they've got you surrounded. Mega Man, are you all right? Do you see a door? That should be the way out. It's not far from your current position. Watch out, there's something right in front of you. looks like it didn't see you. It looked like a Reaver bot. We were lucky.
No, it looked like 3 Reaver bots.
Mega Man, I'm picking up a Reaver bot. He's above you. Watch out. Mega Man, it's... Be careful.
Roll? Look at that sky. Well, that's a happy sight after being underground for so long. I wonder where Roar went. No way. Back for more? See ya! Phew. Nice timing, Roll.
Anytime, Mega Man. I'm sorry, Mega Man. I had some engine problems, and...
It's okay, Roll. But I'm glad you showed up when you did.
All's well that ends well, right? And we were able to get a refractor. We should be able to get by with that for a while. If only the mother lode were as easy to find as this.
Don't worry. We'll find it someday. And your parents, too.
Thanks. I know we will.
Roll, the engine's overheating. The smoke's so thick I can barely see.
What? I guess the flutter's in worse shape than I thought.
Roll, the number 5 feeder's going crazy. She can't take much more of this.
Gramps, can you open up the number 11 valve again?
Got it.
We'd better find some place to sit down. Mega Man, check the map.
There's an island called Cadillacs about 100 miles southwest.
Good! Check!
I can't do much more by myself down here. Can somebody give me a hand?
Sorry, Gramps, but my hands are a little full right now.
Roll! I see it! Land ho!
Come on, hold together. Just a little bit more. Hold on, I'm taking her down.
Right!
Looks like we made it. This looks pretty bad. I don't think it'll be safe to set foot in here for quite a while.
Been pushing her so hard. Haven't been taking good enough care of her. We'll just have to fix her up.
Looks like the repairs aren't going to be finished anytime soon. We'll be here for a while, I guess. This island, what do you call it, Mega Man? Cattle Locks? Must have a town or a city somewhere. Think you could go take a look around?
Gotta take me Dramamine, cause I'd start to feel a little nauseous.
Ah, Mega Man! The police saw us crash land and came to check up on us.
Oh, you certainly put on quite a show. Looks like everyone's all right. Let me welcome you to Cadillacs Island. Now, I'd like to ask one of you to come with me to the station.
We need you to fill out some immigration forms. so you can get your registration and ID card. You can't enter the city without one.
Don't worry. It won't take very long. While you're waiting, you can spend your time in the shopping arcade next to the city. You don't need an ID card to get in there.
Are you ready to go, Professor?
And so begins the quest for money. I think it's either of the counters. One's just slightly more difficult to navigate than the other. Okay, so no, it has to be the bakery. Or the other shop. Hey, remember that time where Mega Man thought it'd be cool to look at nudie mags? Jesus. I'm a big movie buff, so I came to buy a VCR. Nowadays, you'd be called a hipster. God, that really does fucking date this game, doesn't it? Good old games from a time before everything was problematic. You know, the time period where when people didn't like a piece of media, they just didn't interact with it. Instead of calling for the creator of said piece of media to have their head put on a spike. You know what? I think I'm gonna upload a quick little thing from a TikTok. Just to... give me a brief moment. Oh, God, my back. Just plunk that on there. Let that quickly upload. Oh, man. Did the can respawn? I forget. Yeah, it did. Let's kick the can. Let's see. Maybe 2 more times. Just have a nice... Get a nice pile of at least 10,000 zenny. It never hurts to have finances. Ugh, especially later on in the game when you start getting special weapons and other things like that, and you have to basically dump mountains of Zenny into upgrading them. All right. First major dig. Come on. Just come down. Piece of shit. Worms. What's up, chicken shit? How you doing? Did the game just freeze? The game just froze. Fan diddly dee. Oh god, everything's going wrong.
Good luck!
Alright, let's try this again. Make a slight detour. The limitations. Where's droning? Alright, why is it doing this?
Good luck!
I'm wondering... You know what? I'm gonna try something. Give me just one moment. Let's see. Let's just speed through this. Motherfuck! God damn it! I'm gonna give it one more try, and if it still refuses to cooperate, I don't know. I just don't know. I'll
In a world
pick another game or something.
Good luck!
What really bothers me about this is that it didn't do this during the other fucking dig. Oh, great. Now my controller doesn't want to work. Fan-fucking-tastic. Could this get any better? I don't know.
in a world covered by
In a world covered by my limited fucking patience.
Good luck!
Oh, This game keeps on being scuff. I will play a different game. I don't know. Don't know what I'll play, but I'll play something else. I've got plenty of other games. Oh, come on. I'm a fast runner. Good for you. Get the fuck out of here. You know what? Just for the sake of brevity, okay, so my hunch was correct. Or I'm assuming my hunch was correct. Oh, Jesus. Fuck off. What am I supposed to do about this? Eat shit, buddy. Nice big refractor shard, though. God, I remember when I first played this game. When I first played Mega Man Legends, I had purchased it from a Blockbuster video. Or no, not a Blockbuster. It was a... Oh God, what was it? Silver Screen Video? Or was it... No, it was... Maybe it was Silver Screen. Or Showtime, or something like that. It was a little independent video store. But... they were liquidating some of their old assets. And... I bought, like, a fat stack of video games on the cheap and easy. I bought, what was it? Spider, the video game, Spot Goes to Hollywood, Nanotech Warrior, and Mega Man Legends for the PlayStation. All of which are good games. Strangely enough, even Spot Goes to Hollywood, you know, a marketing vehicle game, but still weirdly fun. Nanotech Warrior, amazing game, and even better, it was one of those PlayStation games you could plunk into your CD player and listen to the fucking amazing soundtrack. Of course, not all games that I had bought from the liquidation sale were good. Case in point, it was on that fateful day that I stumbled across Doomsday Warrior. Now, you, viewer, may not know what Doomsday Warrior is, and to you, I simply say, be thankful. Be very, very thankful. Doomsday Warrior was a fighting game for the Super Nintendo that tried to be different. Now, different isn't always bad. in this case, it was very bad. You know what? I'm just gonna do this because fuck it. I doubt I'm gonna do this as a long-term game anyway. But what was I saying? Oh, right. Basically, the issue with Doomsday Warrior is the fact that it tried to be different. It tried to be different in a bad way. You know, it's like they're sitting there going like, "Oh, hey, this is a fighting game where you can level up and like give yourself stats." Because by completing by completing fights, depending on how many how many bars of vitality you had left at the end of a fight, you would be given a set number of experience points or skill points to put towards your fighter, whoever you chose. Which, I mean, yeah, in a good game, that might not be a bad idea. But this wasn't a good game. This was a bad game. The jumping was floaty, the controls were The characters were uninspired. If not stereotypes. Of course, then you find out, you know, as expected, it's like, oh, hey, you have this fighting game, and this fighting game is actually a port of a Japanese fighting game, which, I mean, doesn't make it any better, but like, even it doesn't matter either way you look at it, it's still a fucking terrible game. I forget what like all the Japanese title was, but it was like something or other brass numbers, and it's just like, this is the most uninspired piece of garbage I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, I would rather play Brutal Paws of Fury.
Oh, guess we'll have to try. That's what that might. Mega Man. It looks like. Oh yeah. You see. You will.
Oh god, just thinking. I've played some really bad gawkers of some fighting games.
I'll get to.
But then again, you know, as much as I riff on bad fighting games or bad video games in general, and I riff on bad games a lot, at the same time, I can appreciate them. If that makes sense. Like, how do I put this? It takes a certain kind of understanding to appreciate, like, you gotta play a bad game to enjoy good games. I know, somebody out there is probably gonna be like, no you don't, good games are just good. To which I say, I mean, yeah, but how... If you grew up in the fucking, like, 90s or 80s, you wouldn't know what was a good game. You know, we didn't have the internet to tell us, you know, like, we didn't have the wealth of the internet for people to sit there and go, oh, hey, this game is atrocious. You know, here's some video footage to tell you this game is genuinely awful. Instead, you would have to wait until a friend of yours bought it, or you rented it yourself from the video store. Because most of the time, a lot of your game magazines, like, say, back in the day, Nintendo Power, a good example. Like, Nintendo Power, Game Fan, Game Pro, Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Okay, got it? Once the decision's made, there's no turning back. Nothing less than one.
Oh my god.
And remember, it's more than just guns and ships. Whoever has the most information that wins, right?
Right, we understand. You need to keep your costs and risks as low as possible and stay on schedule.
Name me one more iconic Mega Man female aside from Tron Bonne. I mean, yeah, there's Roll. Iris is a fucking meme. But Tron Bonne, she was a baddie. Kind of sucks that she basically became relegated to fucking MVC fodder. Like, don't get me wrong, she's cool in Marvel vs. Capcom. It's just kind of regretful that we never got, like, the Misadventures of Tron Bonne 2, Mega Man Legends 3. You know, especially since it's clear as day, clear as crystal, that Tron Bonne has it bad for Mega Man. In fact, the whole Bonne pirate family is just like... they're interesting characters, and I like them. And, you know, serve bots. It's like the moment they introduced the Bonne family, they did something right. I ain't gonna lie, it's like, as a kid, there are certain characters that kind of... what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe molded my view on, like, what my tastes are. So it's like, you have this, you know, the cute librarian. You have fucking Tron Bonne, who kind of is like, you have this arrogant tomboy who knows what she wants and will do whatever the fuck she feels is necessary in order to get it. Of course, then there was fucking, not Mega Man related, but fucking Princess Daisy. I don't know. I think I have a problem with redheads. It's like Princess Daisy, Elihem Van Houten. There's a few others, but I can't really think of them off the top of my head at the moment because I got brain fog. Medication's a beautiful thing. The only thing that sucks about the initial battle between the Servbots, Tron, and then Bon Bon is the fact that if you aren't fast enough, if you aren't good enough during the fight, and they start to absolutely wreck everything, you gotta dump so much Zenny to repair everything. Granted, I'm pretty sure if they ever decided to remake, you know, if Capcom ever decided to remake and re-release Mega Man Legends, or even just like give it a little bit of a touch up and put it in a legacy collection or something, you know there would be at least two achievements related to the Bon fights. 1, defeat the Bon family without having X amount of the city's buildings destroyed. And defeat the Bon family after having X amount of buildings destroyed. Of course, at least they sat there and they're like, hey, look, this, you know, we destroyed the city on accident. And we accidentally wound up getting the city destroyed. But at least we can pay and actually have the city rebuilt. So by game's end, all damage done is reversed. You know, it's kind of like in the original Wild Arms, when the demons attack Adelheid after Adelheid is destroyed, and after you've done so much in the game, you can basically help to repair the city. And once the city's repaired, it has this, you know, this fanfare, and it's like, hey, congratulations, you rebuilt the city. Hooray, the kingdom is happy again. That was a car. Someone get the license plate number. Or no, what was it in Happy Gilmore? Volkswagen! I feel like I'm forgetting something. I will say, like, the official art of her and her, like, her press disguise from the second game, choice. Just choice. Though, you know, to be honest, I've played a little bit of Mega Man Legends 2 because a friend of mine had it before, and I played a little bit of it before I moved from California. I've played and beaten Mega Man Legends, but I've never actually played The Misadventures of Tron Bonne. And, like, wasn't it one of those games you could really only find at rental places? I could be wrong, you know. It's like what I heard. Like I heard the same thing about like another Super Nintendo game by Natsume called Hagane. Now, granted, Hagane, the Final Conflict or whatever it was, that was actually a really fucking good, you know, a good Super Nintendo game. Hard as fucking nails, though. Or at least it gets hard. Well, thank you for waiting. Go on in.
Hey, Mega Man! To check up on me, eh?
I'm Amelia. Nice to meet you. An old friend of Professor
How you
Layton.
doing, hotness?
I worked as his assistant for a while I was in school.
It's a small world, isn't it?
To tell you the truth, we've gotten reports that there are some pirates headed this way. I was asking the professor if he might have any idea what they're after.
I'll bet anything they're after the legendary treasure supposedly buried on this island.
There are a lot of stories about the treasure, but no one knows exactly what it is. I thought maybe you might know something about it, Professor.
I've been in the digging business a long time, but I haven't been able to find out anything about this island's treasure except legends and myths. Look, Mega Man, I'll be here for a while talking with Amelia. So why don't you go back and keep an eye on Roll? Tell her not to worry about me, okay?
The one thing I remember is, like, once you have the vehicle, the support vehicle upgraded to, or like mobile again, and Roll can start making you weapons, that's when this game starts to open up.
Ah! It's a dog!
What's that all about?
What? What did I ever do to you?
You existed, unfortunately. But like, yeah, it's like once you've opened up the ability to like build and upgrade your weapons, this game fucking it opens up nice and wide. Especially with some of the weapons you can get later on, like there's a fucking cluster missile launcher that once you've fully upgraded it basically has, I don't think if it's the missile launcher that has infinite ammo, but I know that there's like a beam weapon that you get that once fully upgraded literally is just unlimited ammo. And it just rips enemies to pieces.
What are you staring at? On a circus clown or something? Go on, get out of here!
Hey, cut it out! Don't you know you can't treat girls that way? Hey,
Mega Man
hold on.
Walnut drinks his
Down,
respect
boy.
the ladies
Down.
juice.
Are you alright?
And there it is. That's the moment she became down bad.
You just mind your own business.
And discovers she's a tsundere. Problem is that she's a tsundere who also happens to have an arsenal of high-yield explosives and giant, devious, megalomaniacal mechanical monstrosities. She can and will fucking ruin your day. I don't know if I want to get a power rate. If I want to fully... fuck it. If anything, I won't be able to shoot rapid fast, but I'll be able to hit hard.
Aye, aye, Miss Fun. Up and away.
Mega Man!
I need to buy another bottle of Unisom. I've only got 3 days worth left. Because unfortunately, I require medication to sleep. Because if I don't, my brain is mean. I'll say it like that. My brain is mean.
What? I hope you... By the way, did you see those weird-looking ships? I've never... I wonder...
Servbot fighters launch from the Gesellschaft. And make sure he's alright, okay? The thing is, Mega Man is sitting there worried about Roll, and it's like, dude, she literally took junk and made a mine dropper. I think she's fine. The funny thing is about this whole entire sequence, if you somehow manage to get in front of Roll while she's running, she will bowl you aside and be like, I'm sorry.
Hold it right there. You can't go in there. This area's closed off.
Please, officer. Our grandfather...
You can't go in either.
Bitch,
It's
I got
dangerous.
a cannon on my arm.
What's happening?
Those they're enough.
They're too... We can't even get...
Maybe... Mega Man, I'm going with...
Kaizoku.
No roll. Let me.
Wait, are you crazy?
Wait, where do you think you're going? What can a single boy possibly do?
See, one of those voice actors was selling his job. Uh-oh.
We're the bomb. We're pirates. You better. We're so. We'll be a. Miss. Wait. Let's.
Which one has the key?
Mission start. It's too strong. Let's split up and get out of here. You'll never get the key from us.
Because of course the yellow one would get it again.
Mission complete.
And here comes one of the best tracks in the game.
Oh, sorry. We lost the key. Oh, what happened this time? I can't take my eyes off you for a second, can I? Just you wait till we get back. You're in a lot of trouble. Oh, no. Who was that? Wait, wasn't that the same boy as before? He disabled the Bloom Bears by himself. I don't understand. Whenever I think about him, I get this funny feeling.
You just barely met him!
Oh, forget it! Who cares what this feeling is? It's all his fault! His fault! How dare he! I'll teach him not to mess with me or my kids! Here we go! Feldinot, engage!
Oh,
Hey, you! Thanks to you, everything's a mess now, isn't it?
huh? Aren't you the girl who's being chased by that dog?
Shut up! I don't want to hear about that! Do you know what you've done?
Huh?
You're a lot dumber than you look. You should have known better than to pick a fight with the Bonds. Of course, if you agree to become one of my servants, I suppose I could forgive you. What do you say? That way my brother will never have to know about what you did to us.
Join up with pirates? I don't think so.
You should have said
All right,
yes!
then, forget you. Fine, see if I care. I gave you a chance and you turned it down. Don't come back crying to me later. Your history! You're toast! Just you wait!
Like, this is another one of those games that I feel like it feels like one of those games they really should have waited a little bit for, like, the DualShock controllers, or the, you know, the, oh yeah, the DualShock controllers. They should have waited until those were a thing. Ow. This game was not fucking generous with its hit timing, or with its, you know, hit recovery. Especially given that there's nothing like a dodge roll.
I'm so... I mean...
Not bad. You're stronger than I thought. I'll give you credit for that. Miss Tron! Are you alright? Get in, quick! Right. It's not over yet. Don't think you've won. Next time, I won't be so easy on you. I'll make sure you pay for this. Let's go! Roger!
Oh, God. Let's, no. Let's return to Apple Market real quick. And refill my energy canteen. Before there was the Estus Flask, there was the Mega Man's energy canteen. And Lord knows I'm gonna need it for this one. Because now
Indications are that the mysterious group of pirates will continue its offensive for the foreseeable future. Recapping our top story of the day, At 2 o'clock this afternoon, the city center was attacked by a group of unknown pirates who demanded they be given the keys to the caves and tunnels underneath our island. The mayor has refused to give in to their demands and is currently under
Alright,
siege alone
gotta
in
deal with
City
the little
Hall.
fuckers first,
Local police are
then
helpless in front of the
Bon.
power of the pirates' weapons. It may be only a matter of time before City Hall is destroyed. Hopes are rapidly fading as... I've just been handed this update, viewers. It appears that the robots and machines being used to lay siege to the city have been destroyed by a single young boy. And now, that same boy has come through the gate and is heading towards City Hall. Wait!
This is Mega Man Legends for the
I
PlayStation.
can see him! He really is alone! Can this lone hero save the mayor?
Of course, it was also on the Nintendo 64 as Mega Man 64.
Mission start!
Oh, those aerial units are a pain. I mean, video games are kinda... Video games have kind of been a part of, like, a big part of my life as a kid. And even as an adult, they're kinda... It's kind of weird because on one hand, I can say they're kind of...
Gentlemen, can you see
Well,
this?
yeah, I'm just saying, it's like...
Catching fire!
I mean, I'm not exactly a spring chicken here, but... Like, revisiting old games from my childhood is kinda... therapeutic. Even if some of them infuriate me to no end. Oh no! Ah, mother... No, that's gonna be another building I'm gonna have to repair.
You there! Those robots are being deployed by a flying carrier! You should go after that first if you want to stop them!
Nah, you think? Like, the whole... Ow. The irony of the whole entire thing is it's like, as much as I love older games and... I will say that playing older games can kinda rekindle that youth feeling. At the same time, it's also not uncommon that when playing a lot of the older games, I get angry. Like, unreasonably angry. Then again, I also have anger issues, so... Go figure. Ow! But it's like, I just enjoy old games because there's just a charm to some of them. Just a charm and a bizarre strangeness that only comes with like these older games that back in the day it was like, oh hey, we're doing this is innovative. Nowadays it's just, oh, this was a thing that people used to do, let's try to do it ourselves. It's like I grew up in the age where, you know, you would have to, you didn't have Let's Plays, you didn't have streamers, you had your buddy who might rent a game or have a parent that bought them the game. Okay, wait. Did I miss one? There it is. And here comes the boss. It's Baby Bon Bon. And Bon Bon will wreck your shit. And there he goes.
Are you all right?
And I don't think we fight Teasel until a little bit later.
What the heck happened to Tron and Bon? They should have been back by now. Oh, those two. No, I told them they were in charge, so I won't worry. I'll let them take care of it themselves. Hey, look at the clock! It's almost time for my favorite show! I almost missed it!
Next story. City Hall was attacked by a mysterious group of assailants this afternoon, but their offensive was beaten back by an equally mysterious young boy, pictured here on screen.
What?
What? What? Who the heck is that blue boy? So Bon was defeated, but what about Tron? This is a potential disaster! We could end up losing a lot of money on this one! All right, it's obvious that I, Teasel Bon, will have to assume command. Who needs that key anyway? It might take some time, and it might take some money, but who cares? I'll use my ultimate digging machine, the Marl Wolf, to dig up the treasure myself! And I won't let any little blue boy get in my way either! Huh? Wait a sec. Bon's probably okay, but what about Tron?
And again, Tron and Teasel Bon's voice actors fucking nail it.
Complete! Mega Man!
I failed in saving the city. I'm sorry.
Mega Man, roll! Sorry to give you a scare like that. Don't you? I'm as...
With
now...
I
Yay, Class B license. Even if they're criminals, you have to admire their persistence. Do we really? Do we really?
Wait a minute. Going.
Of course, now we're gonna deal with the Marwolf.
I fixed the car. I may not have. But. There goes. If the. Not.
Let me turn around and go back to the support vehicle. If Rola's in the support vehicle. Actually, you know what? Let's enhance. Just fully enhance it. Oh boy, you can use 3. Now let's enhance these bad boys. The shining laser. the one disappointing thing about the Shining Laser. It's got ridiculous power, but the trade-off is it doesn't have great range. That being said, it'll still ruin the day of anything you get too close to. Ow. I think this is another one of those weapons that gets infinite. I also want to say that the one that fires out miniature homing grenade or homing missiles also gets an infinite upgrade. Could be wrong. The good old active buster. May not be the most powerful weapon, but with a bottomless energy reserve, maximum range, maximum speed, and the ability to home in on targets, it's kind of hard to say no. Monkey. Now let's see. We must go north.
Here comes somebody else. Doesn't look it. Hey, it's that blue guy again. We'll show him just... We ain't...
Yeah, prank him, John. It's like, oh yeah, you know, just me, Mega Man, with a fucking howitzer attached to me, but it's fine. Oh, there was a dodge roll. I'm just stupid and forgot about it. Ooh. Sometimes you gotta abuse surf bots. Like, that is some stupid fucking range. Whack!
What gives? I dig and I'm still nowhere near the bottom. Maybe we will need that key after all.
Master Teasel, we were beaten. That blue boy is heading this way.
He's coming. All right, everyone, quit digging. Our priority now is to get rid of our little blue friend, all right? Be careful and don't be fooled by his size. He's already beaten Bon and Tron. Let's do it.
Roger!
The Moral Wolf.
Mission start!
Your little pea shooter won't even scratch my face. Little... What does he think he's doing?
Scratching your paint job. Clearly.
What do you think you're doing? Hurry up and close the hatch! Right! No! What are you standing around for? Put out the fire! Put it out!
The automated fire extinguishers aren't working.
What? does he think it cost to build that in the first place? I'm gonna get him. If it's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna get him.
Master Teasel, are you alright? Master Teasel?
Just you wait. Oh, you're mine, Blue Boy. I'll get you.
Of course, all their weird antics suddenly feel really fucking... You feel really bad for the Bonds when you realize they owe money to some really, really awful people.
Mega Man, can you hear me? The mayor says there's something real important she has to talk with you about. Can you come back here?
Roger.
If only we'd known there was someone like him here in the first place. We won't fail next time. We'll ambush him, concentrate our firepower on him. We won't cut him any slack just because we outnumber him. That kid's going down.
Just wait till you see, Teasel. I've got a new robot I've been wanting to build that'll do the trick. That'll teach him.
This time, we get rid of Blue Boy for sure, and get that treasure!
Ow! This coffee sure tastes good.
Mega Man, good going! You showed those pirates who's boss!
Oh, can I thank you? You've done so much. I'm a... The... Eve... The re... It had... Me...
Oh man, itchy.
I... Met... And... You...
Itchy. Tasty.
With...
Yes, yes. I will donate to repair the city because I kind of fucked things up. Damn it. You know, I feel like if they made this game with twin sticks in mind, it would be better. You know, being able to actually rotate the fucking camera with the right stick. Where am I going? Maybe Data knows? Okay, so I gotta go south. To the south! Maybe I should swap over to the shining laser. Ah. She moves fast.
Got to buy Miss Trump. Come to back.
Now I gotta defend her.
Just a little bit more, Mega Man. We're almost there. If you get in trouble, use the car as a shield.
Dumbass! Running me over. There we go.
Oh, Mega Man,
Really?
I'm so sorry. Huh? There's a fence? I'm gonna ram it, Mega Man. Stand back.
Oh, hey, there's a... I missed you. Time to go in.
Picking up high-energy readings from close by. It looks like it's a refractor. And a big one, too. Is the refractor shielded? Most high-level refractors are protected in some kind of shield. You'll have to look for the control console and deactivate the shield. Nothing. It's... Remember,
There's a puzzle you have to solve. Can I solve it by blowing it up? Please? Those are health cubes. Give me the tasty health.
Did you find anything? I'm picking up a faint signal. That must be the starter key. Keep looking. There's probably a few more lying around somewhere.
Oh boy. What's in the hole? Ah, yes, Rock Grinder, my old enemy.
There's something there. It looks like some kind of compactor or something.
No, really? You think? Or wait, do I have to push this to... Oh, sorry. Pull. You know, because that's what we do with buttons. We pull them. Probably have to go around. Meh. What joy, what fun, what unbridled, unmitigated entertainment value.
Remember the first time you went on a dig, Mega Man? I wasn't used to being a spotter, and you ended up getting lost underground for 3 days. Remember? We're lucky that Gramps came to help us. I don't know what I would have done if he hadn't been there. Did you find another starter? That's 2. Only one more to go. It's gotta be around here somewhere.
I don't know why, but the music for the underground kind of gives me like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3.
Doesn't look like there are any big Reaver bots here. It's another energy barrier. I'm getting the same kind of readings as before. Do you see a switch anywhere nearby?
And
That's
plug
it.
number 3.
Now you should be able to access the console.
Lower the shield, obviously. Touch the crystal! Forbidden P crystal.
Nothing's happening?
Oh, great. I got a Discord message I gotta answer. God. The question being proposed, it's like, is the Xbox 360 and the PS3 technically a retro console? And as much as a part of me wants to say no, hell no, and you should feel stupid for saying that, on the other hand, it's like, technically, a retro game is a game that exists on a platform that is no longer supported. So, technically, yes, the PS3 and the Xbox 360 are retro consoles. But they're more on the late end side of retro. Oh, got it. My ear itches. Ugh. But yeah, it's like in regards to retro games, there is a very particular, I guess niche would be the word, of people who believe that retro games are strictly limited to, like, I think, like, the latest a lot of these people think retro should apply to is, like, say, the PS2 and the GameCube. You know, PS2, GameCube, Dreamcast, somewhere in that general neighborhood. Like, that's the furthest out that they're willing to accept. But then there's also those who, you know, apparently the legitimate or textbook definition of what qualifies as a retro game or retro console is a video game or console that has effectively reached its end of support life. Like, it no longer receives support, or its console is defunct. Of course, you know, with a definition like this, it kind of broadens the range of what counts as retro and what doesn't. But then again, therein beggars the question, if it's a matter of consoles and games, or games that no longer receive support from their parent, with games that are technically backwards compatible, are they still retro? I mean, it sounds like a stupid question, but it's like, technically, if a game is supported through backwards compatibility, is it really not supported? I mean, that's literally the whole shebang about backwards compatibility. It's taking old games that were no longer, like, had reached their end of life and breathing new life into them. Or giving them a new lease on life, maybe. But I think at that point, that's just me arguing semantics. Like, basically using the logic of, if it is no longer supported, it is retro. By that scale of logic, technically, the Nintendo 3DS is a retro console. And maybe it's the old man in me that's just like, no. No. I refuse. more I think about it, the more I'm just kind of like... It's like the scene from the Santa Claus. I'm just kind of staring into the mirror and watching myself age 50 years in 30 seconds. It's like when I saw that, like the first time I saw that post that was like, what people think Final Fantasy was 20 years ago, and they show like Final Fantasy, I think the screenshot they took was like either Final Fantasy 4 or Final Fantasy 5. And it's like what Final Fantasy 20 years ago actually was, and it was a fucking picture of Final Fantasy 10. Or no, it was like 10 years ago. I think that's what the post was, but that was like... Yeah, regardless, it's one of those posts that kind of did immeasurable psychic damage to me, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm not that old. I am that old. It's like, the litmus test of determining one's age, in my book, has always been what games were brand new when they were, like, young. When they were, like, young enough to actually interact with the world and still form cognizant memory. And I'm just sitting there going, you know, when I was young, they were still making Nintendo games. You know, it's like you could still go into like an electronics boutique or any other like used game store, or hell, even Sears or fucking like Circuit City, and you could find brand new in-box NES games for sale. You know, NES and Game Boy games. And video games still had commercials. They had ad space on the TV. Like, oh god, I remember when, I want to say it was an advert for the original Pokemon games, you know, Red and Blue. And Nintendo was trying to advertise the, at that point, brand new Game Boy Pocket. And I remember the ad was kind of like, it shows all of these Pokemon getting onto a bus. The bus driver then drives the bus to a trash compactor or like a vehicle crusher. And it's like you watch this bus gets absolutely destroyed. And crushed down, and when the compactor opens, there's a Game Boy Pocket, and it shows like all these Pokemon trying to push their way through the screen of the Game Boy as the bus driver picks it up, and he's like, "Gotcha." Yeah, a lot of people like to say that, oh, Japanese commercials were weird. it's like, I don't know. American commercials were also pretty goddamn weird. Of course, I know one that a lot of, like, nostalgia clickbait channels on, like, YouTube and TikTok will point out is like, you guys remember the Crossfire ad? It's like, yeah, everybody remembers the Crossfire ad. Do you remember creepy crawlers? It's like, do you remember creepy crawlers? Do you remember fucking, oh god, what was it called? Dr. Weird? It's like, I remember it was this stupid thing that was supposedly made to try to get kids interested in science, but at the same time, it was like, fucking like these, it was basically like Easy Bake Oven, except tried to aim towards boys, because that was marketing that kind of happened back in those days. And like, it was these weird things like, oh hey, you can make you know, worms and put them in like dirt, quote unquote, and it's like crushed. It was supposed to be like crushed chocolate cookie, like crushed Oreo, except it was exceptionally off-brand Oreo. So like, it had this awful, awful taste. In fact, I'm pretty sure all of the things that you would make in those place, or not play sets, but you know, those things is just blech. Of course, now I'm thinking about fucking play sets. Those were the days. God, I need to stop saying that. I'm making myself feel older than I am. He says, knowing full well that he's going to be one step closer to 40 this year. And closer to 40 than 30. I don't sound it, but... oh god, that just makes me feel bad. But age is an inevitability. You know, time catches all of us. But like, in the 80s, in the 90s, playsets were like a huge moneymaker for toy manufacturers. At least for a period of time. I mean, we had shit like marketed to the boys. You had, and I'm going to say it was marketed to boys because it was the 90s. Gendered marketing was a thing. And it's like, oh, clearly this is a toy meant for boys. Or what is it called? Like pink marketing or some shit? I don't fucking know. But it's like, on one end of the spectrum, you had Mighty Max, which were, you know, these little play sets that were designed when closed to look like a thing, but then when opened, they had like an entire scene set within them. Like, they called them Doom Zones. And it's like each Doom Zone had their own particular story that went with them. Of course, the biggest and most expensive Doom Zones, you had Skull Mountain, which was like the big toy, you know. With playsets, there was typically a pattern. You'd have extremely small playsets, average size play sets, big play sets, and then you'd have like the one. And in the case of Mighty Max, there were little play sets that were sold after a while. I'm trying to remember what they were called, like Dreadheads or Deadheads or something like that. And they were effectively miniature Doom Zones. Ow. Then you had the Doom Zones themselves. I remember when Mighty Max first came out, my mother's partner at the time got each of us, you know, me and my two stepbrothers, a Doom Zone each. There was the stepbrother who was more or less the same age as me. He was born in February. You know, he was born a month earlier. But he got, oh, what was it called? Oh, now I'm gonna have to Google this. Hold on a second. Let's see. Mighty Max Doom Zone list. Here we are. Mighty Max Doom Zones. Okay, so my stepbrother Vince had Mighty Max Conquers the Palace of Poison. The older stepbrother had Mighty Max Terminates Wolf Ship 7. Where I had Mighty Max Escapes from Skull Dungeon. Now, later on, after our families separated and went their own ways, I would stumble across... I'm trying to remember if it was bought for me or if I got it from a friend. But I had acquired... what was it? Mighty Max Storm's Dragon Island. Now, Dragon Island was this big transforming playset that was just... Oh man, it was so cool. And then, of course, I eventually got my hands on Mighty Max Trapped at Skull Mountain. You know, it's like with War Worlds, or Battle Planets, or whatever they were called. You had moons. I only had the Ice Moon at first. Then you had slightly larger planets. But then all of these things had the one, like, enemy, which was the Beast Planet. This big black behemoth of a toy that could latch on to smaller planets to quote-unquote consume them. You know, if I had the finances, the time, and the ability to find them, I think a part of me would actually try to reacquire, like, old Mighty Max toys, just to put them in a collection. I miss playsets. And just like I say this unironically as a grown-ass adult. But again, I miss being able to, I don't know, just sit around and play. But I suppose that's what happens when you get older. You just start to... You lose time. That is life. I guess what matters is just not losing sight of that. Remember the good times. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. My insomnia is definitely kicking in. But yeah, you know. People like to poo-poo nostalgia and act like, oh, remembering old things like that, it's all just because you're a victim of overconsumption and blah 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 bitch. Like, holy shit, maybe it's just that I had a childhood that I enjoyed and remembered these things because of these products. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh man. Save this data here. I'm probably gonna call it. Thank you for whoever was watching. I appreciate y'all. You deal with me rambling like an insane crazy person because nobody really talks back. Maybe one of these days that'll change. I don't know. But I will see you all tomorrow, bright and early. And I don't know what I'll be playing tomorrow. But yeah, Saturday morning, you know.